Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ and in this video we are discussing a new family animated movie set to hit theaters. We are talking about the Garfield Movie. Did I just spend my Sunday with the Garfield Movie and I don't regret it? Yeah, I have to say this latest entry in the long-running crazy from 2D animation to CGI to whatever the hell we're doing now with animation, we've seen Garfield go through quite a journey through pop culture, and now he is back in 2024 with a brand new animated film, and Chris Pratt is voicing the famous orange cat. Honestly, I expected to hate Chris Pratt's voice acting much more than I did, which was actually kind of my motif with walking into Super Mario Brothers, which was also my idea walking into the Lego Movie. I think what I've learned out of all of this is Chris Pratt, one of the Hollywood actors who's not bad at being a voice actor. I will say I'm usually always for hiring people whose main job is to voice act. There is a certain level of acting, there is a certain level of storytelling you can do as a voice actor. I will say Chris Pratt has kind of grown into this role because I quite liked his Garfield. He was the amount of dry sarcasm you would expect, but this Garfield isn't as, nihilistic, or that's an extreme word for Garfield, but he isn't the typical pessimist that we typically know for Garfield. This version is a bit more, at least just trying to get things done. He hates his Mondays, he loves his lasagna, so the traditional Garfield motif is there, but this one has a bit more of an oomph. He actually wants to do something, he wants to do good for himself. I like that. I thought this journey of him reconnecting with his father was a very good story for this. I thought the animation was fun, easy to watch. It was clever. I think there's a lot of pop culture references. Is the plot simple? Oh boy, is this a simple, generic, basic, easy to follow plot, but I don't know, I wasn't really wanting to have one of those kid movies, I think we've dealt with them, that are trying to have this existential crisis, trying to make you feel things. Garfield's like, here's the emotional moments that you need to kind of get through a kid's movie, but we're not going to spend the time trying to make the adults in the audience rethink their life. We just want to simply tell a fun story with the Garfield character. Okay, that was seemingly what they wanted to do, and I believe they achieved their goal with that. Garfield and his dog companion Odie are thrust out of their house. They are kidnapped and they're sent on a mission to unlock this giant vat of milk to give to an evil cat named Jinx because they're Garfield's dad got into a hijinks scheme. Now he has to pay back milk, and yeah, that's the basic plot of this. It's strange for sure, but I actually really liked them trying to break into the, this little weird dairy farm. I love the bull Otto that we meet throughout their journey. I loved Jinx as a villain. Hannah Waddingham is so much fun in this movie. Yeah, overall, I really thought that like I said, the premise was simple, but it allowed the film to have fun in their animation. It allowed the film to throw in a lot of pop culture references. Not too much. It isn't giving me, early 2000s, like Emperor's New Groove, late 90s with Hercules, where it was true, let's get in all the modern pop culture references. No, there was no Fortnite, Roblox references. There was no, the drone delivery, I think, was the most modern, on the nose kind of to today's time. But what I liked about this plot is it allowed Garfield and Odie, who I'm actually a low-key Odie fan. I think that dog is one having to deal with Garfield. I feel that. I understand that neurotic, mean little cat that I could be sometimes, but I'm also an Odie sometimes that just wants to have a good time. I loved that the story, the simplicity of it, allowed for Garfield and Odie to really grow as characters. I felt like Odie and Garfield aren't the typical that we normally see from them. They're a little bit more layered. They're not as one note. Usually, especially with characters like Garfield, the Smurfs, things like this, things that have been around for a long time, the Peanuts are another good example, they can be very one note, very flat, very much we know what they're going to say, we know what they're going to do. With, like I said, with Garfield in this movie specifically, I really like that he had more motivation. He wanted to do good. Yeah, sure, he wanted to get back home and eat his food and have his great time with John and all that. John played nicely by Nicholas Hoult. There's not a lot of John in this movie, which was smart. Please, I do not want to spend time with a human in a story with a lot of weird talking animals. Thank you for not making me deal with John more than I needed to. But, Garfield doesn't just want to do that. He wants to figure out how to make things right with his father, Vic, played by, I believe, not Samuel Jackson. Who was Vic in this movie? Oh, yeah, it was Samuel Jackson. I believe Ving Rhames was the Otto character. So, yeah, he wants to make things right with his father, but he also wants to help Otto out. He wants to figure out how to get rid of this villain, and he also still wants to get home and eat a bunch of lasagna. It's simple, easy story to tell, and I brought my stepson with me, who was a 6-year-old kid who is the prime demographic for this, and he ate it up. It wasn't, I didn't have to watch him like, oh my god, my life is like, I'm now a sentient being realizing that life can be hard. It wasn't one of those stories. It was just watch this cat go through journeys and hijinks. And it was easy. It was simple to follow. Again, I'm not usually one to review kids' movies. If you follow this channel, if you know me personally, these are not my cup of tea. But usually there is a movie like this that could be a bit simplistic, that could be a bit juvenile, but I think we need more of that. We get tested by our Across the Spider-Verse, by our Pixars, by our Laika, and, Studio Ghibli. All of these production companies are very well known for, testing what we are as, what we feel, who we are, and pushing boundaries. I like all that. That's fine. But every now and then with a DreamWorks, Illumination, and now with Sony as well, I love that these movies are simple, easy to follow, and just plain fun. That's what kids need sometimes. I know this might be a movie you could just throw on and let your kids, a movie might babysit your kids. That's fine sometimes. Let it be. And if it's as cute as this one is, you might even pop in, look at it, and go, this isn't that bad. So, I brought Kit with me. Oh, don't start giggling already. I brought Kit with me to the movie. He is my stepson. He is so awesome. What did you think of this movie? Real quickly, I know you're on this chair being all wibbly wobbly. What did you think of the movie?
Good.
Anything else you want to add to it? Who was your favorite character?
Oh, funny little dog.
Oh, the crazy one that was all like, or with his big friend? Or Odie, the Garfield's friend?
Both of them.
Oh, so all the dogs in there were pretty funny? Yeah. I was saying how much I thought Odie, Garfield's friend who lives with him, is the funniest dude ever. I think he made me laugh a lot. What about Garfield? Did he do anything funny in this for you?
A little.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to the camera?
Well, can I tell you, the saddest part?
Okay, tell me the saddest part.
The saddest part is, when Garfield and his dad almost died.
Oh, yeah, at the end?
Yeah. That's the saddest part.
But everything worked out in the end? Yeah, I think so. All right. Thank you for coming in and helping. So as you saw, my special guest Kit came in and gave you his quick feelings because, again, it's for the little ones. They are the ones who matter. They are the ones who opinion I honestly think way more than this grown 30-ish man who has to be talking about Garfield movie. So yeah, I think director Mark Dindal did exactly what he needed to do for this movie. Has the emotion, has the heart, has the soul. It has everything it needs to be a fun, easy watch. And honestly, that's kind of all I wanted from this. Like I said, I did not want to be challenged intellectually. I just wanted to watch a goofy Garfield movie, and they gave me that. Well, everyone, that is it for my review of the Garfield movie. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for Mr. Kit for joining and giving his quick opinion. He's getting so camera shy, but he's going to be there. He's going to be a famous YouTuber. I just know it. All right, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for checking it out. Garfield comes out next weekend. You could see Mad Max, Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, or you can go take your family to go see Garfield. It is up to you. I have to say, I don't think Garfield is the worst way to spend a family evening at the movie theaters. But what do you all think of this movie? What did you think of this review? Share your thoughts down below. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this review, and make sure you guys subscribe to Flickering Myth. All right, everyone, let's talk about the Garfield movie and Garfield throughout history right down below.